Alright, we got the Sienna all opened up today. Got the hood popped. We're going to be doing a kind of preventative maintenance, trying to prevent the engine from blowing up. I took it in because of a suspicious noise coming from the pulley area. And what they told me is my water pump is about to go out. Tensioner idler pulley is vibrating. And the worst kicker of them all is I have a small head gasket leak, antifreeze out the back of the engine. So to get to those, there's a few steps that I figured is the smartest way to do it, which I'm gonna share with you after doing a little bit of research online. I don't really want to make a video about this, but I really haven't found any other information online on how to do a proper radiator flush to water pump fix. I'm gonna be adding this Blue Devil mixture in the inside of the radiator with some distilled water, and then I'm gonna be driving it around for like an hour or so. I'm gonna go run an errand and then come back and dump it out again. And then from there, I'm going to be adding the other mixture that I bought. So this is the other product that I'll be using. The bars leak. I was told by Scotty Kilmer actually on YouTube that this is the good stuff versus the Blue Devil head gasket sealer. And then when we seal up the system, I'll be adding this Toyota Lexus model 5050 antifreeze. Let's go. You want to help me with the van? Want to help me with the van so we can go further? Alright, so I actually thought this was green at first, but when I dipped a paper towel in there, I realized it was pink, so that's good. Toyota pink. First thing I gotta do is drain the system and put the radiator flush in there and go for a drive. Fluid doesn't look too terrible. That's the sensor I replaced not too long ago, which goes right up underneath the driver's gas pedal. Alright, so that's the radiator fluid that came out. It's always good to have a rag on hand because I made quite a mess. Use the garden hose and push some water out of it too. Get out of here! Get out of here! No dogs around radiator fluid. This is the radiator flush that I'm using. It says just pour it in and then top off the rest of your engine with water. I'm going to use a little bit of distilled water and see if I can clean up the system a little better. I popped the drain plug on this. Nice. Put that hose back on. Add the rest of this into the overflow tank. So the Blue Devil is in there, and I put a little bit in that overflow. That must be like alkalizing the inside.
Oh, yeah.
It's degreaser and shit.
Well, the Blue Devil.
So let's take a look at the back of the engine and see if that radiator fix and flush worked. So that's what it looks like. I'm gonna scratch all that stuff out of there and continue to keep my eye on that. Okay, we are getting the work area all set up. Gonna jack stand it, take that tire off. And then today I might start getting this fan out, because to get that pulley out I have to take out the AC compressor in the alternator. And then over here, all right, first we gotta take off the motor mount, second thermostat, thirdly pulley. Get that water pump out. The water pump is right behind this pulley here. That is the water pump pulley. I got a special tool for that too. It's called the chain pliers that'll grip it. And I think it's this pulley right here. See, I've already tried to replace it, but it didn't work. So, getting a little work area set up though. Feels good to work on your own car. Alright, well I'm gonna show you what I ended up doing. Had to take all the bumper bolts off, or the top piece. Unloosen this, slide the fan out, do some wiring harnesses, overflow, Took the AC compressor and laid it down like I learned on the videos. There's 2 bottom brackets and 2 tops. The alternator had 3 bolts, one here, one back there, and then another bracket, one over there. But I definitely loosened these hoses up to get the AC out, and it took some finagling, but I got it. The AC compressor, I was told I can just lay down like that, so that's what I did. And now I can see, for the first time, the pulley tensioner right there. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then these are the bracket bolts for the AC compressor. But I do think I have to take this pulley off in general to get the water pump out, so yeah, 5 bolts here. Double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gotta take that pin off as well. That will come out with that, I'm assuming. Alright, so I got most of the bolts out. Started bleeding in the process. This last one was the worst one. As you can see, I have it on an extension to get it away from the motor, and then the wrench went this way, and then I used the breaker bar to crack it loose. Figured I'd let you know about that, because ouch. Alright, that's the piece, came out. Okay, to get that AC compressor bracket off of there, you need to use torque bits, which I didn't know where to find any. Luckily, my friend has a kit right here in this bus. So it's an E8 at least on this pulley. I know the one on the water pump is an E6, so keep that in mind. That's what they look like. Putting the AC compressor back on. Just like that. Keep it loose so I can put the alternator back on as well. There's 2 bolts on the bottom, 2 bolts on the top. So next up, we got a bolt here, 3 bolts here for that bracket.
Got any peanut butter in there?
Alright, got the first look at the water pump. I just twisted the thermostat up. Like that. And now I gotta take off some pulleys. Rusty one, clean one, water pump one. Well, I got all the bolts out of the water pump. Starting to piss all over the ground. I'll bring this out to the light so you can see it better. I'm thinking I might have to jack up my engine to get that water pump pulley off of there, but we're gonna try to just peel it back, see if we can just take that all out at once. I haven't really seen that online, so we're gonna try it. Oh yeah, I gotta take off that pin. Look at that. Crack this loose and the water just is flowing out. Oh, that's a satisfying feeling. All right, this is about to fall. I'm gonna double check if that was where it came from. I did not have to jack up the engine to get that out of there. Some noise from here. Ooh, that nice one. So yeah, kind of just sounds like metal on metal in a way. Gonna clean up the opposite surface of this in the engine. I'm gonna take the bolts off, compare the parts. So far so good though. So it's a 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, and one more. That holds it tight to the engine. And the 10s, I think, is what keeps it water pump on the engine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, back behind, 7, and then the E6 socket, which I actually didn't need because it's got a 10mm on it, and that was seized up enough to put it on there. I'm gonna double check my thermostat quick, see if that looks the same, which I took over here. That, boom, 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 3 thermostat bolts going into there. Now I'm gonna charge my camera and prep the gasket and clean the surfaces of both of these before I put this on. And then it's reassembling. This is the last look. Fresh new water pump, fresh new pulley. Getting a little RTV on everything, so don't mind that. Got all the bolts tightened down. New thermostat and a little RTV on there. Double checking how that sits in there, because that goes over that piece, and I want to make sure it's nice and sealed. I'm gonna put a little dielectric grease around all those zerks. And then the thermostat has some RTV around it as well. Tighten it down before I start working upward. Right on a nail.
That'd be cool.
I think I got all the hoses and shit plugged in, so...
Let's get it, bud. Alright, here we go. Is it gonna blow up or not? Did Tice run the serpentine belt the right direction or not? Water gonna spray everywhere or not? Ah, battery's dead. Classic. I'm gonna boost.
What product are we using now?
Fucking thing can jumpstart a school bus. So black on red and red on black?
Yup.
I don't know, it's doing it. Go, you can try it, I guess. Smooth as a mouse's butt.
Dude, that is smooth. Look at that. That pulley is already super quiet.
There you go, bud.
Oh, I just finished the project. Put her here.
Put her there, bud.
Besides a few extra screws and bolts, it's pretty much all together. My temp is good. It took a second for the thermostat to crack open loose. It was blowing cold air, but now it's blowing hot. After driving the car for a little while, I did realize that my thermostat was kind of acting up. It was going on and off, and I realized I had to crack the bleeder valve right there with the 10mm socket and let the car idle for about 20 minutes, let all the air out of it, and then cinch it back up. And since then, I haven't had any issues. The heat is hot all the time. No leaks. Hell yes. It sounds a lot quieter. Ah, I've missed my van. Look at this beast. This thing has gotten me from Minnesota to California, back to Minnesota, back to California. I've put about 35,000 miles on it. And boy, do I love this van. It's a good car. That's why it's easier to fix it yourself. I want to get a price quote on what they would have charged me at the shop to do what I just did. This is why I come out to California. Boy, she's running good today. Hell yes.